Alright, hey guys, so I just want to make a quick video showing this new pack that I just got. I've been using this for about a week now of just everyday carry, and there wasn't a whole lot of videos going through it. There's some just kind of showing it, but I just wanted to talk about some of my experiences of carrying this. It's just for a week, but just some of the initial impressions that I've got. So first off, this is a Condor Elite Failsafe backpack. It's I believe 16 liters. And the reason that I chose it is it has the tactical durability. It's got all the right materials, but it doesn't just scream tactical. It's not covered in moly. It's not, sage green or OD green, or something like that. Prior to this bag, I was actually carrying a Camelback Mule, one of the civilian Camelback Mules. And I really loved that bag because, again, it blended in, with the civilian urban environment. But for what I do with my bag, I ran out of space a few times with it. So, everybody's system is a little bit different. I have some things in here that I carry all the time. But I always like to have a little bit of extra room left in the bag. So while I'm out and about with the family, if, I need to carry somebody else's stuff, ditch a jacket or whatever, I've got a little bit of extra room. So that's why I went with a little bit bigger bag. But, I didn't want something so huge that it was just awkward to carry on a daily basis. So I've got some photos I'll roll in, some close-ups of the bag, but some of the main features. So it does have this center zip that goes to a pocket. This pocket goes basically from the top of the bag to the bottom of the bag, but what no one has said yet is that these pleats where the material is sewn down and pleated, like here, the lining of this pocket is also sewn down. So if you kind of look at this shape here, the pocket on the inside sort of does the same thing. So you could shove like one item here and then shove something else over here, but you couldn't put one big large item here because the inside of the pocket is basically sewn shut. And then the same thing up here at the top, it kind of does the same thing. So on the sides, each side is the same. You've got a little bit of ladder webbing, to attach some stuff to if you needed to. There's a Hypalon tab here. This tab, one of the things I really liked about this was that this is a sort of hidden pocket, and it's a decent size, One of the things that I was worried about, because this bag doesn't have bottle pockets, could you fit a bottle in there? And yes, you absolutely can. I'll show you in a little bit. I don't normally carry a bottle in a bottle pocket. My bottle's inside, but then if I'm out with the family and I need some extra room, hey, I can throw the bottle in here and free up space inside the bag. So, and then also there's a secondary pocket here by a zipper that runs, just behind this first pocket. So these are nice that while you're wearing the bag, you can reach back, unzip that, grab something, if you had to. So each side is the same. You got the same webbing, Hypalon pocket on this side, zipper pocket here. On the back side of the bag, now it did come with a waist belt. I've already taken that off because I don't run a waist belt. Throughout the day, I just don't like it dangling behind me, and I never buckle it. But it does have the tabs for a waist belt here. Shoulder straps are very thinly padded. They're covered in a nice breathable mesh, as is the back panel. The back panel is like a ridged, very thick foam with a nice channel down here through the back, and then you have a lumbar pad, even just a little bit farther down. Nice thing is the bottom of this lumbar pad is covered in like a rhino skin or Hypalon material that just protects the bottom of the bag, if you're setting it down or being kind of rough with it. Shoulder straps do have an adjustable sternum strap. Main side of the sternum strap does have a little bit of elastic webbing in it, so you get a nice snug fit. We're concerned about. One of the other nice features of this bag, while we're talking about the outside, is this zipper down here. And like I said, I'll roll some photos in. But this contains a attached rain cover, so a waterproof rain cover. It fits really nice. That's kind of a feature brought over from more like the outdoor market. A lot of outdoor bags, hiking and backpacking bags, will have a rain cover built in. But that is pretty nice, especially if you're going to carry this every day. I don't normally carry an umbrella. I carry a rain shell because I just think it's more versatile for me. So it's kind of nice to have rain protection also for my bag. So I could throw on my rain shell, put that on over the bag, and then, walk out to the car in the rain or whatever you're trying to do. So, all right, let's start going through it. So in this outside pocket, and this isn't a full run through of my loadout. I just want to show you kind of how I've loaded out the bag. And then, like I said, give you some of my impressions. So this outside pocket, I really do like it. I didn't think I was going to like this vertical zipper. just doesn't seem intuitive to me to load this pocket full of stuff, but this is where I keep my shell. And this is just a Marmot wind shell, so I keep that in there for just an extra layer. And that's the only thing I've got in there. The rest of this pocket is just for quick stash. You know, I don't know, my wife hands me her phone and says, hey, will you hold this? That's probably where it's going to go. You know, if we're out at the store and buy a couple small things, you know, they may go in there also. So I like that. Going to the main pocket, and this is where, I wouldn't even call it a complaint, but this is where my main comment and reason for this video is going to come from. So this main pocket, fold this down, it's a half zip. I've got organizers, toys, bottle, like I said, first aid kit, and then just some stuff, pens, marker, light, glow stick, battery charger, another battery charger, notebook, stuff like that. So in this main pocket, I don't know if you'll be able to see it in here, but I'll roll in videos. It goes down fairly deep. So this is the main pocket. This is where all the storage of this bag comes from, is down here, which is nice. Up here, so you've got this zippered mesh pocket here, and here I've just got, you know, cables, charger, earbuds, and a headlamp. You know, just some things to kind of keep organized, and I do like that. So for the rest of the admin, you've got, you know, a Velcro large pocket. You can keep a battery in there, probably a phone in there. It might be big enough to still hold a phone. Several pen pockets. In front of the pen pockets is another, you know, good sized pocket. Same thing on this side. Got an additional battery. This pocket is pretty wide, and then in front of it is another wide pocket. And then over here on the side, it's kind of the same thing. It's just a couple more slim pockets, and I've just got a little electric glow stick there for some extra light. Behind all of that, by this tab, and it's not Velcro, it's just by the tab, is just a large slit pocket, and it goes down, I don't know, about that deep, 4 or 5 inches deep. But that's where I've got some extra paper towels, notebook, wet wipes, stuff like that. You know, put that back in later. You know, for the family. So here's my main gripe with this. All of this stuff that is EDC, everyday carry, or in my opinion, EDU, everyday use, the things I use every day, I try to keep super accessible, right? So like first aid kit, I don't use that every day, so it stays down in the bottom of the bag, right? Okay, this organizer, you know, this organizer has just stuff that, you know, we need as a family kind of on a daily basis. You know, I've got stuff here in the back, tape, sewing kit, toothpicks, you know, extra stuff that I don't use all the time, but right here, lighter, Tylenol, chapstick, my wife's inhaler, some hand sanitizer, a lens cloth for our glasses, a bundle of hair ties for my little girl, you know, stuff like that that I use all the time. I need to get to that, you know, easily. So that goes in here. Water bottle goes in here. Rubik's Cube, just for if we're sitting waiting somewhere, that's kind of my how to kill time. You know, that goes in there. So now with that stuff in there, let's say I needed to carry something extra, every time I want to open this to get to something, I feel like I'm kind of having to move and juggle and shuffle stuff out of the way to get to these main admin parts. You know, so that's kind of a pain. If we were out at the store, say I move the bottle to the outside, you know, take this pouch, shove this all the way down to the bottom of the bag, right? Bottle goes on the outside. Now I've got this top part, you know, to put stuff. But every time I need to get in here to get something, now I've got to take stuff out and shuffle it around, you know. So that's partially part of the system I need to work out. And it's kind of a gripe with the bag. The main storage is also the main organizer, and that's kind of frustrating. So we'll pull all that out. I'm not going to pull all this out because it's just in there the way I like it. So that's the main pocket of the bag. Come on now. You know, this is a good point. So here's another gripe. These two zippers, when this pocket's open, they sit right next to each other. I don't know if you can see that real well. So when you reach down to grab this to shut the bag, I don't know which one to grab. You know, this is one for the side pocket, this is one for this top pouch. So probably gonna need to do something either with different color or put some heat shrink on one of these, you know, so tactically I can tell the difference. All right, so behind that is now getting into the hydration compartment. I don't ever use a hydration bladder. Even in the field, I can't stand bladders, so I don't use them. All right, so inside this pocket, you've got another large mesh zipper pouch. You know, I keep some snacks back here, but you could also probably keep the power brick to your laptop or whatever. Generally, I carry a solar charger in there just because it's new and I like to play with it. And then a laptop, which I don't carry every day, but just want to show you that a laptop will fit in there. That's a 13-inch laptop. I've got a couple zip ties, and then that's it. So this pouch, as you can see, is very thin. You couldn't really store anything else other than some thin items, you know, a folder, a notebook, laptop, you know, maybe a tablet back here. That solar charger is pretty thin, will fit back here. There is a separator, you know, right here, so you can have your laptop on one side and something else on the other. But this pocket, both these pockets go all the way to the bottom of the bag. There's really no padding or protection, so you need to be careful with that. I will say this lumbar pad, like you can see mine right now, is curled under because when I got this bag, it came folded in half, wrapped in plastic, and it still hasn't totally straightened out yet. So right now, when I set it down, this right here is what's contacting the ground, so it is padded. But I believe over time this will straighten out, kind of like it should, and this will be the part contacting the ground, which is not padded. So let's see if there's anything else to go over. There are multiple hanger options right here for a hydration bladder, as well as a port that is over here on the sides for tube routing. So you got one port here if you want to come out either shoulder. Oh, these side pockets. While we were talking about it, so this is one of my big questions was, you know, how big is this side pocket? So this side pocket will hold a full-size Red Bull. I know it will hold a full-size Monster can because I had one in there yesterday. There's an additional key keeper in here if you need that. But you can take this water bottle. Now, obviously, the pocket won't close, but it comes up high enough that I feel okay if I'm just walking around town to stick my water bottle in there, you know, free up some space inside the bag. So, and then when you're not using those pockets, lay that down, and almost no one's the wiser that it's even there. So, that's about it. Anything else I can think of, I'll throw in the comments. Like I said, I'll roll in a couple other pictures. But overall, absolutely love this bag. It does have a small field of Velcro up here for morale patches, but you know, again, that kind of takes it back into that, you know, tactical, you know, jumping out and screaming, hey, you know, I've got good supplies in here and may have a gun with me. So I don't need to say that to everybody. This bag was $100. Let me say that. I got mine on eBay, you know, through a retailer. I tried to find it in person. Couldn't find it in person, and a couple of the other like main pages, everybody was back ordered. So, like I said, there's not a whole lot of information out there about it, but I absolutely love this bag. So these are just some of my initial impressions, and then after I've had quite a bit more time using it, I'm gonna make a follow-up video if you know, I find out anything else about it or my impressions change. So.